to use Photopea to trace over your final image to create a template for you to paint. So open your image up in Photopea, and then we are going to reduce the opacity of this layer so that we can see the image but it's not intense. And then we are going to add another layer on top, and this is the layer that you'll draw on. So using the shape tools, which are under this one here, if you hold down, long press, you'll get rectangles, lines, ellipses. Those are the ones that we're going to use. So we're going to get the ellipse tool to draw some circles, and we will choose fixed ratio. We're going to make it have no fill, and we will give it an outline, and we'll choose black, and we'll just make it about 4 pixels wide so that we've got a nice thick line. So you gauge whereabouts the best fit will be for your drawing. So we're going to draw over all the full circles. And if you need to move one, so that one's not quite in the right place, we'll just get the move tool and use the cursor keys to move them around. And then we'll go back to the drawing tool. Okay, so I've got those there. You can do Control Plus to see things bigger. If you think that your pixels are too small, so I might make these maybe 6 pixels big, because it looks like a very thin line, it's hard to see. But remember, this is going to be an outline that will be on your page that you're going to paint on, so we don't want them too dense. I'm just going to move that one. So you spend time drawing the whole thing out. So I'm just going to do that and join you back when I've added a bit. Okay, so you can see that I've added a lot more circles in. I've done all the full circles, and now I'm going to add some of the lines in. So underneath the rectangle tool, if you long press, you can see there's also a line tool. It's on no fill with a 6-point black outline. That's what we want. So we're going to click, and we're going to click and drag and draw the line, and then we will do it again elsewhere. So for all the lines, you click, drag, and then let go at the end of the line. So we are putting all the lines into the picture in the same way that we drew all the circles. So just draw all of those in really quick, and then we're also going to do a rectangle for the outside. Okay, there's another line here. So I'm just putting all of them in, try to make them accurate and precise. Okay, so I think there's another one here. You get that message if you don't finish stuff off. So we'll just click and we'll drag and let go. Okay, so now I'm going to put a rectangle. Sorry, not that one. I'm going to put a rectangle around the whole thing. So it's again no fill, 6 points. So all the shapes are set to the same settings. So I'm going to draw the outside rectangle in. So this is going to be a template that you will paint. For some parts of your image you will need a semicircle. As a quick and easy way to do this, if we get the ellipse tool on a fixed ratio, draw yourself a circle somewhere outside of your page, and then right click on the layer with 2 fingers on your trackpad and click rasterize. That turns the image into a pixelated image. Then if we go and find the rectangle select tool and split this circle in half, and then we just press backspace. So we've deleted half the circle. This can then be a shape that we copy. So if we just deselect, deselect, and on shape 37 we can right click and say duplicate layer. So we've got a copy here that we can move around the image. So you can see we'll leave that one there and we'll move this around the image and we'll put it where we want it. We can enlarge the size of it. If you hold down the shift key, you can retain proportions. So we might need to angle this a little bit. It's a bit big, isn't it? So I'll just shrink it down a tiny bit and then use the cursor keys to move it up. So this one looks like it has a thicker outline because we've enlarged something that was small, and we can say OK. And then we can do things like edit, copy, edit, paste, and we get another one that we can put inside that other one. I'm holding down the shift key so it doesn't lose its proportions, and then I can just pick it up and move it and put it here. So you can do all your semicircles and things like that way. You can, if you need to, draw like 3/4 circles. So it's the same principle. Do the same again. On this layer we'll rasterize it, and then we'll get the rectangle tool and just cut away this time just a corner of it instead and press backspace. So we've got like 3/4 of a circle, which might have been good for this one here that just kind of goes round like that and doesn't go all the way down. So once the whole thing has been drawn, you can go back to the background layer at the bottom and hide it, and you could put a layer on top of that and make it white with the fill bucket that's hiding behind there. So we've got white in the foreground and we're clicking here. Oh, I've got something selected, so if I say select, deselect, and now do that. Just give it a minute. Okay, so you can see what I've drawn, and we've got rid of the background layer. So then this will get printed out for you to be able to paint. So you would just need to say File, Export as JPEG when it's completely finished. Pull the quality up to the top and say Save.